with LeBron, we just recently talked about how, when it comes to different instances that happen in America, definitely as it pertains to race, nobody wants to sit and wait for anything because social media has gotten them to the point to where, again, everything's connected. Not just that though. People look at activism as a form of definitely once they smell blood, but people look at activism as, and I'm not activism as a sense of belonging. And I know it sounds like, oh, well, that would make you a fucking loser, because it would. But these people are losers, okay? They're losers. They have no sense of belonging, no sense of fulfillment, no sense of value. That's indirect control that they are in direct control over. They don't have that sense anywhere. A lot of successful people, though their success in a certain avenue does not mean that you have fulfillment, but which is why I'm saying that fulfillment is a different thing. But they have they can't get fulfillment from things that are in their direct control. The reason why bums are so attractive to activism is because it gives them that sense of greater, like they're doing something that's greater than them, that's great, without having to do much work. So if you wonder why race hustlers, part of the social media, but part of it's that, where they don't even wait. Information comes out, say black person killed by police, they stop there. And they're already doing whatever it is they're going to do. They're planning their marches, they're kneeling, all sorts of things. They don't need the information that is to be associated with that. They don't even with George Floyd, there's zero proof that man was killed by way of because he was black. That didn't stop them from making it about just that, right? That didn't stop them from making it about that. Believe it or not, people can get killed and be black and it have nothing to do with them being black. That's why no one ever gets solutions, because they're so busy dwelling on fucking other shit like that. Nonetheless, here's another example of what I was just talking about. Black Lives Matter protesters rally for victim and then they leave. Now, I don't think it was just because he was white. It was also something that, there was some interesting things that happened out of this. And you can keep up with this if you want to go. Mitty Hicks, ain't that her name? Was covering this, and the protesters, if you want to see kind of some of the videos that were happening as you saw these weirdos kneeling and doing all sorts of things after this man had been reported to be killed. But that's not what happened altogether. It was a fatal police shooting, and people gathered outside of Tim Walz' mansion in St. Paul on Sunday, and they were filmed by, of course, Fox 9 reporter. I just mentioned her. You can again see the video right here. They were kneeling, as you can see. It was a fatal shooting on Sunday, 3 p.m. And so they were kneeling. A moment of silence for all of this another man killed by the police, right? All these weirdos, most of them, it look like they're white anyway. That's how it always happens, right? Oh my God, Black Lives Matter, all this other stuff, bro. Like almost everybody in this picture's white. The cameraman ain't. That's the only one that ain't. Man, every time, bro. These damn self-hating ass white cats, man. Every single time, man. Every time, man. Anyway, let's see what happened, though. Protesters kneel after hearing there was an officer-involved shooting in Burnsville moments ago. The information has not been confirmed, but this group says they're heading there. So the group's heading there. They ain't even got the information. So this is what happened. The man who was killed was believed to be a white man, though, in his 20s, who stole a car from a woman at gunpoint, and then he started shooting at the police officers after he done jacked some woman's shit. And there's traffic camera footage. BLM marchers riled by the local police involved deaths of George Floyd and Dante Wright soon appeared to get the word of the latest shoot. Again, we don't need the facts. We don't need the information. All we know is someone got killed. That's all we need. Let's do what we do best. March and kneel. The protesters turned back and instead headed to Brooklyn Center where the city where Wright died because they need more information about what happened. Here we go. Word of their planned protest after a rush to judgment quickly had protesters ripped online. And the guy was obviously, they were doing all that protesting, and you see people online, they're quoting, person replying here on Twitter saying that, bro, the guy jacked a car. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? They think to immediately do the typical for a man that just jacked a woman's shit. Meanwhile, Brendan Hartman, pointed out that the latest suspect had been shooting at police. Are they kneeling for the amazing work these officers did? I ain't trying to hear none of that. Says the Burnsville carjacker has yet to be identified. No police were injured. Yada, yada, yada. All Burnsville police officers were body cams. That's going to be released. We know that. So basically what happened, guys, is once they found out, of course, that, okay, this was a man that was killed, white, and he also maybe was doing something very suspect, they shook the spot. See, here's the thing, though. Of course, they got laughed at, rightfully so. But this is what happens when you are so quick. Everybody's about narratives, right? And you're so quick to just try to reach this conclusion that it doesn't even matter. You have just had not even a 1% of the information needed to actually assess and react properly or accordingly. They don't care because they have one thing on their mind, and that's all they have, and that is that narrative. So they need that to be true. So they jumped the gun and made themselves look like dumbasses. Again, I will say this. Believe it or not, guys, you can calm down. You can chill. You do not have to sit there and have a strong opinion or action in response to every single situation that exists. Chill out. Just chill out. It doesn't take anything from you to just. You just watched a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake. Catch us live at 12 p.m. throughout the week over at youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and follow us over at odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. If you want to watch the entire video cast after the show is over, just be sure to become a member on the YouTube channel. Of course, the full audio portion of the podcast is available for free on all major digital platforms, or just visit forcanonsake.com.